Good evening, and welcome to another incoherent episode of Diatribes from the Voice of Doom. Now here's your inebriated and insouciant host, Voice of Doom. Okay. That explosion is not an allegory anymore. We're getting down to the wire here, and I got to do another diatribe because time is growing nigh, and we better get it together and realize what's going on. Now, it's going to be one of those diatribes that have no structure. I haven't planned it much at all. It's just my thoughts that I have in my head that I will try to bestow onto you. But the point is we're getting down to a point where things are going to happen, and you just can't stop events from happening. Much as the D's would love to stop time in its place and say everything that you see is not happening, things are going to happen. So it's time to get down to the brass tacks a bit. I think I'm being shadow banned or dismissed from the YouTube universe because I'm not getting any responses to my diatribes. And I don't even know if my stalwart fans are seeing me, because my last diatribe was pretty good. Nobody said nothing. But it's not that I'm interested in that. I don't think that fame and fortune would do me any good at this point. But I do want to say this. I'm an idiot, but I've lived a while. And I've seen history. And I realize when I talk to local politicians in my area who I know and can talk to because I'm in the political realm, they don't even know what Watergate was. They don't know what things were like back in 1973. And so I'm in a position where I can kind of give some wisdom, even though I don't know anything. I look at the touts and the wags. I look at all of them, and they're polished, and they have a good look, and they're blonde, and they got bright teeth, but they haven't been around as long as I have. And even if they've been spokespeople, press secretaries for presidents, they're still young to me. So I want to talk about, what's going to happen here, and not worry a whole bunch about the fact that I'm not qualified to say things. Okay. It's June. There's going to be an election in 4.5 months. Now, people have been saying, well, it's too long to wait for the election. That's way down the line. But it gets closer and closer, and then it's like it gets down to it. Now the election, okay. The fact that we have to put all our eggs in the basket of one person, whether it be a demented, corrupt, old fool who can't think straight, or a billionaire who wants to help the country and knows how to do it but won't be allowed to because there's other agendas going on that don't have anything to do with improving America. So you got the choice of those two people. Now, everybody knows, with half a brain, knows that something's going to have to happen. You just can't have things go on like they're going. It's madness. And everybody knows it's madness. It's insanity. I'm getting a little miffed because what they're doing is the elitists who have billions of dollars and get together in their Davoses and get together in their little enclaves know that there's going to be a purge, that the planet as it's built cannot sustain the number of people who are occupying this planet because everybody's doing everything all wrong. But what they know is that there's just billions of people that aren't going to function in society. And I know one of them in my family right now. So don't tell me I don't know anything about that. They won't be able to function in society because AI will take over many jobs, including those that take creativity. Draw me a picture of this and make me a poster and do this. Boom. AI did it in 3 seconds. Now come on. People are becoming a commodity that is not useful. There's no value. I'm going to give it to you guys straight because we're getting down to the wire here, and what's going to happen is events. The first event that is coming closest is this so-called debate. That is going to be a very good event to have a demented, senile, corrupt, liar, plagiarist, absolutely incompetent, probably about as bad as you can get and still remain standing, vegetable, in a debate against a multi-billion-dollar real estate mogul who knows exactly how to handle business and exactly how to make deals and exactly how to solve things. That's what we're going to have in the debate, and we might have a wild card in there, but that's going to be an event that will change the world because people are still going to vote for some senile mushroom petri dish because they have TDS. And I've already explained TDS to you, so I don't want to have to go back to that. If you haven't looked at my diatribes, then it's your loss. Everybody knows why half the country has TDS. Not everybody. I know it. And everybody else can just flounder around. Now, this debate would be best served if Orangey had some, I don't know what you would call it, discipline, and just said to himself, look, I can let this guy hang himself, let him talk as much as he wants. The thing that ruined Orangey last time was he talked too much and he wanted to interrupt. Forget that. Everybody knows the facade of what we are living in this so-called States of United. Everybody knows the justice system is dead. Everybody knows the media is absolutely insane, out of their minds, working for the elites. And everybody knows that the whole country, what used to be, has gone mad. And nobody's doing anything about it. Now, let me talk about some more things. I'm telling Orangey, don't say too much. Just answer the question real fast. What would you do about abortion? Well, I think it should be up to the states. Okay, now let Petri Dish talk. Say about 5 or 6 words and let Petri Dish do all the talking until he can't talk anymore and he falls flat on his face on the podium, face down, and everybody goes, that's our choices. Okay. Other things that I've seen in the news that are interesting, and it's not really in the news, it's just the way things are. Remember that word accountability? You always hear that word over and over again. Someone's going to be held accountable. for whatever happened, for COVID, for the lockdowns, for old people dying in old folks' homes because governors put COVID patients in the old folks' homes. On and on and on and on and on. Okay? Someone's going to be held accountable, and they never are. You know why? Because the people held accountable, the people that are in charge blame someone else. And the blame keeps going until it reaches a bureaucrat who is nameless. And I've heard this on the QT, just, street stuff. These bureaucrats actually change their names. They live under aliases and AKAs, and they're bureaucrats that make the policy of what used to be the United States, okay? But their identity isn't really known because they work under aliases. And those are the bureaucrats that do all the things. Those are the bureaucrats that lock down the country. Those are the bureaucrats that say the border should remain open for everybody to come in and do anything and bring in anything. Those are the bureaucrats that say, we need to print more money. We need to get into blockchain. We need to get into this or that and everything else. We need to expand NATO. We need to fund ridiculous wars that can't be won. Ukraine cannot win. If Russia really wanted to beat them, they would beat them tomorrow. But they're just prolonging this just to keep the MIC going, military industrial. It's just all a game. Zelensky's getting more money. Everybody's getting more money from what used to be the U.S. And it's being squandered. It's being put into the pockets of oligarchs. Anybody with a brain should know it. But wanted to get some things off my chest. I've been kind of getting into my habits, smoking and drinking and just being a derelict. Because we have 4.5 months before there's a black swan. It's gotta be. How can there not be? We elect a senile, corrupt vegetable and re-elect that person, showing that we're done. We're done as what used to be a country. We're not people anymore. We're organisms that deserve to be exterminated. Or we elect an effective person, a businessman, I guess, who knows how to make the deal and knows how to stop wars and knows how to, get the economy rolling, who is going against the grain of the elites. They don't want him because they have another plan that has to do with 6 billion people. That's the history of the world for you right now. So forget all these people who think they know anything. That's how it's going. That's how it is. So I'll leave it there. I could go longer, but I won't because I can do another one. Have a good one. Bye.